Hey guys, how you doing? Duron Dimmock, Generational Wealth Partners. Make sure you follow us on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Real quick, I want to kind of give you guys some a heads up on how to get started in flipping your first house. Now, some of you guys who are watching this video, you actually are considering flipping a home, whether it be you live in the Atlanta area or you live in California, Detroit, New York, wherever it may be. And you guys are kind of skeptical about maybe, venturing out and having someone else kind of be your boots on the ground in other places and things of that nature. That is totally fine. But let me tell you this, it is happening. A lot of people are making a lot of money right now, venturing outside of their common area, so to speak, and going into markets that are really booming and thriving and very, very affordable. Okay. Some of the markets that you guys live in are just overpriced and have been overpriced for 30 or 40 years now. So markets like Atlanta, where you can still get homes for 150, 200,000, even $80,000. Put 80,000 in and sell those homes for 200, 210. That market is still in the Atlanta area in 2023. Some of it is right outside of Atlanta, right outside of the Expressway 285, which is a big circle. But inside the city, just recently, we bought a house 4 months ago for 120 grand. We're putting 80,000 into it. We're going to be into it for about 200, maybe 210. And the bank came back with a ARV after repair value of $315,000. Our number is more like 280 because we want to be in and out. But we'll probably list it for 315 and let someone make us an offer and be in and out. So with that being said, in 2023, those deals still exist in areas like Atlanta, where you have an international airport. You can still be inside the city. We have colleges, we have all the amenities, we have everything that a major city offers, except for the high prices inside the city that some of the major city offers. And that's where you come in. You come in being an investor, okay? Being an investor who can invest in flipping real estate or buying and holding real estate right now to create lump sums of cash, or you can create, rental income, retirement income. We have multiplexes, duplexes, residential, whatever it may be, student housing. We've been behind on student housing for a couple of years now. So renovating a property that's at 3 bedrooms or 4 bedrooms, you can actually, rent those houses out for, each bedroom for however much money and probably cover the mortgage and make a nice amount of money. Not to mention the students ain't going nowhere. They're going to be there for the next 4 years. Okay. And then when those students are gone, you just re-up for, another class. All right. So, and during the time when the students are not there, you can Airbnb the property. But that's a whole nother, we can talk about that later. Right now, what does it take for you to get started in flipping real estate? We like to stay inside of a $350,000 retail price point, which means that we need to be all in and be able to make a profit at $350,000 or less. Once you get over $350,000, it starts to turn into new construction, and we start competing with a different type of buyer on the retail side, which is the traditional side. Okay. We don't want to get into that. We really want to stay where, other investors, our buyers and guys like that are still interested in buying our homes for cash, which we know that 300,000 and below, you get a lot of internet buyers, which are the big hedge funds. They want to buy homes cash, 300, 250, 200,000 that they can rent out because they know that that's the median for, rents in that area, or just for the economy that people can afford. Anyone that can afford $3,000 a month probably should be a homeowner. 2,500, 2,000 and below, those are your millennials. Those are your, people that's coming in town. They're going to be here for 6 months or a year. They want something totally affordable because they haven't made a decision on if they want to buy it yet. Okay. So we have it down to a science. Generational Wealth Partners, what I do, what my team does is we actually coach investors through flipping their project, but we try to locate properties that do not need a lot of work. Okay. We want projects that we can be in and out in those 90, 91 days, or, no more than, maybe about 4 or 5 months. Okay. What could cause a property to go to 4 or 5 months or 6 months? Permitting. So we're trying to stay away, if we can, stay away from permitting, but we also like properties that have permits that have large paydays on them. So I don't mind permitting or keeping a property for 6 months if we're going to make, 100, 115 grand on it. Okay. Now, permitting takes anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks. So our bank that we have, there's no payment for 90 days. Yep, you heard me correct. There's no payment for 90 days. So the bank that we get you approved with, there's no payment for 90 days. And in those 90 days, we are trying to be 75 to 80% done with that project, okay? We want to be 75 or 80% done with that project within 90 days, if not 100% done within those 90 days. And those 90 days, it doesn't start until the actual contractor lays, pulls up and starts working, okay? All right. So with that being said, how does the financing look? The financing on that, you're looking at 15 to 20% down. I would say 20%, even if you're putting 15% down with the bank, I would say you're going to need another maybe 5 or 10% to get the project started. A lot of times we try to use contractors that allow us to use our credit cards so we can get projects started and not all of our cash, because you're going to need the cash for down payment on the actual project. You're going to leverage that cash. The bank is going to give you up to 75% loan to value, which means that in simple terms, let's say the property is worth 100 grand. The bank is going to give you $75,000 to purchase and renovate that property. So you have to purchase it for $30,000, renovate for $45,000. The bank takes care of that. Okay. What you have to do, bring to the table, is 15 to 20% of that. Let's call it 20% of that. 20% of 75,000 is what? About 14, 15 grand. You bring 15 grand to the table in that scenario. Okay. We know that you don't want to have a lot of your cash out there. Okay. You don't want to have a lot of your cash out. So what we do is we put together a program that really allows you to be at about $30,000 to $35,000 down. Okay. Plus hiring the coach. We're the coach. So you will hire us as the coach. We're going to coach you through it. We're going to find the property. We're going to get the GC if we need a GC. We're going to get all the subcontractors, and we're going to teach you how to renovate and what things cost for you to do your own project, okay? For you to do your own project, which means that you're going to learn about what plumbing is going to cost. You're going to learn about electrical. You're going to learn these things. And if you don't have the need or feel the need to learn those things, we can handle everything. But we do ask that you do read the weekly updates that we send out. So when an update comes out about your property, we want you to read those updates and have any comments or questions that you may need to get answered. Either go back to the person who brought you to us, or you can come to us, okay? Whichever one works. But more than anything, we want you to continue to be educated and not work from a standpoint of not knowing anything, okay? Not knowing anything. If you have someone in between that's kind of handling things and we're all working together, that's fine. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, okay? But more than anything, we want to get this property turned around, turned over, so you can start generating income, or you can flip this property and make that lump sum money. So the financing breakdown goes as so. We find a property for 150 grand. It's going to need $50,000 in work. You're going to be into it for 200,000. 20% of that is $40,000. You're going to send $40,000 over to the attorney when it's time to close. The immediate needs, you won't need anything but the coaching fee. That's all you will need, the coaching fee. The coaching fee is everything that you need. But let me tell you something. What we do, we like to try to work in to our budget a little bit of holding costs and a little bit of cushion so that things can go smooth and some of that capital can kind of come back to you so that you can keep the project going and soften any blows it may be with making monthly payments. Remember, there's no monthly payments for 90 days, but you may have 1 or 2 or 3 payments that you need to make while you're selling the home. So even if you sell the home, even if you renovate the home in those 90 days, think about 90 days after that to sell the house. So you need about 3 payments, put to the side, which could be another $6,000 that you may need to be, either liquid for, or you put it on your card, whatever it may be. But again, we want to try to work that $6,000 back into your budget, or at least half of that back into your budget. So when you're finished with the project, maybe you have, $3,000 or $4,000 left over. Each budget comes with a contingency. So if your budget is $50,000, we're going to submit $55,000 because we want to put a 10% contingency on it. You stay inside a budget, that 10% contingency can go towards payments or anything that, may help you with the project, okay? Anything may help you with the project. So we are very, very cookie cutter here. We want things to be real cookie cutter. We want things to be easier for you. Because one of the biggest things too is making sure that GC, if you need a GC, all projects don't need a general contractor. If you need a GC, we as a coach, project managers, my team project manage the GC and everything, okay? The project manager and the GC work very, very close together, but more than anything, you want that project manager on your side, that coach, that project manager on your side, because the GC's job is to do what? Finish the project. It's not for him to make just everything come inside a budget, because he's trying to make things work, but at the same time, that's his job. He's trying to feed his family, make sure he makes his numbers, get what he needs, and have everything, okay? So more than anything, you have to make sure you have a project manager, because even if you don't have a GC and you're project manager, you need to make sure you know what you know. But if you do have a GC, somebody still needs to have a project manager on board. Until you get familiar with doing everything, you need to continue to have a project manager and a GC, okay? I hope that answered a lot of you guys' questions. I'll be doing another video behind this one to follow up on any questions that anybody may have. Click the link, schedule, get a call in. Let's get on the phone and let's talk about how we can get you started, because there's a lot of people making a lot of money right now in real estate, and you should be a part of it. You should have $5,000, $6,000 to $10,000 a month coming in from rentals, Airbnbs, etc. Or you should be making lump sums of money every 90 days or every 6 months. That should be 75 to 100 grand being wired to you. Okay? Let's do it. Duron Dimmock, Generational Wealth Partners. I hope it was a wealth of knowledge. Again, follow us on Instagram. More than anything, make sure you follow us on YouTube. And if you have any questions, just click the link. It's somewhere around here. Click the link, schedule a call. Let's get on the call, okay? Duron Dimmock, Generational Wealth Partners.